400 years, told me close my eyes to the looks and the stares. For 400 years, they've had us believing that nobody cares. For 400 years, till us forget the past.
Africa must wake up, sleeping sons of Jacob. What tomorrow may bring, may our better day come. This not the world, people scared to tell me young ones.
Obviously, guys, some people do not like the support that Ibrahim Traore is getting. I don't know why APC no they like use their eyes see anything way better like this. So because some people, so many African countries are rooting for Ibrahim Traore because of what he is doing in their country, they are considering, everybody now is considering, even people outside Africans are considering him as the best president in Africa right now. But obviously, some people do not see it. But I mean, that they have not taken their time to ask themselves question: why is Western world fighting this man? Why is France, Paris fighting this man? Because he wants something best for his country. Because he has said that they are now the ones that are going to be taking care of their good, their mineral resources. No more transporting to France. No more reaping them. That is what this man said no to. He is going to develop his country. But obviously, that is not Western world. This is not what they like at all. They don't like to hear this kind of thing. So they are doing all they can to fight this man and make sure that he did not succeed. But other people are like Nigerians are not even having it. They are losing their support, even to the extent of telling him that if he needs soldiers, that they are ready from Nigeria and Ghana to come and be soldier in his own country in order to fight these Western countries. This is something that Nigerians are not even ready to do for Tinubu. Yes, the other day it was Nigerian army coming to complain that Igbos are not joining the army anymore. But the same Nigerians, the same Igbos are willing to join the army of Burkina Faso because they feel that this is the president that is worth it. Guys, I'm just going to play some videos over here so that you will get more insight.
Of Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the forefront of those calling when they were sailing them out of the oceans. Let me quick open your eye. The Western world, they are supposed to be coming to Africa to come and be slave here, to come and work for us. Comparing or looking at the natural resources where Africa gets, we are supposed to be using the West as slaves in Africa, not our own people going to their land as slaves. They are not using our own people, Africans over there in the Western world as slaves. Now, looking at what Mali is doing, Burkina Faso is doing right now, Niger is doing, Ghana now, don't join there. Or the money that Ghana is operating under a democratic government. But the president have spoken to his people. He don't talk what to do. You understand? So let us emulate good things. When you are operating under democracy, it's not favorable to you. We can switch over to the other side. If we don't want to switch, our leaders, you can do better things for your people. You can do better things for your people. Develop your country. Imagine this, our own God-forsaken country. No industries, nothing. People go graduate from school. They will not start learning work again because there is no companies to employ them. Not that they are dull, not that we dull, no company, no industries to be able to accumulate a lot of people. Doctors, let me say 100 graduate from school this year now. It will be only 10 or 11 that will be employed. Why? So let us face this movement. What Mali, Ghana, all of you are doing this money today. I will so much love it. We so much love it. Africans, I repeat, we are supposed to be choosing Oyibo people as slaves for a year for our country because the kind of natural resources that Africa has. It go reach us, they choose their slave, molest them just like the way they don't molest our forefathers, just like the way they are still doing to our people over there. Let us wake up as an African. Wake up. Let's take the bull.
In Ghana here are protecting somebody from another land. What about you, the President of the Republic of Ghana? We are 100% ever ready to protect you whenever good work you want to do for your continent, your country. Go ahead and do it. As a youth of the continent, during the time of Kwame Nkrumah that the youth were sleeping and they do whatever they do to Kwame Nkrumah. This time around, if John Dramani Mahama want to come out from his heart and do it for the Republic of Ghana, no West and America can do anything to it because the youth of Africa, we are protecting somebody from Burkina Faso. We can protect him. This is not a type of Nkrumah This is not the time of Patrice Lumumba. This is not the time of Thomas Sankara. Let me tell you something. This Western America, they are very extra vigilant. At the time when Gaddafi was giving free education to people in Libya, that is where they told us Gaddafi is a dictator. Oh yes. At the time Gaddafi was giving people apartment to sleep without paying, that is where they told us Gaddafi is a dictator. Let me tell you, it takes African Caribbeans to make a only telephone call for $500 million US for just a single year. It takes Gaddafi to put up $300 million when other African countries are putting up $100 million. They still told us Gaddafi is a dictator. When Gaddafi was telling Africans to have African Development Bank, that we don't have anything to do with the IMF, we don't have anything to do with the World Bank, that is where they were telling us that Gaddafi is a dictator. That time we were not having the media to see what Gaddafi was doing. By today, on top of Captain Ibrahim Traore, we were having the media. We can see what he's doing, and we are ever ready to protect every good leader of the soil who stand up for the people. The time is now to save our good leader. Time is now to protect even my president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Let me tell you, the whole West Africa is the only person who is standing for Captain Ibrahim Traore. If you don't know, the whole of West Africa, the only president that is standing for Captain Ibrahim Traore is the President of the Republic of Ghana. We are pleading on him as we are calling on another massive protest on the 25th of May, which is the African Union Day, is to give us a massive support so that we can do that in image to protect him himself. Together we can do it. Africa, this is our season to take our continent. The time is now.
Africa unite. This is our time. We are going to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. We are not going to give them chance again. It is our time. I want to let them know we are one family. One Africa, one nation, one family. We are one family together. Say no to oppressors rule. Every youth of Africa should rise and stand against oppressors rule. Enough is enough of the Western world. We can deal with our own problems and we can take care of our own self. Enough is enough. Every African youth should rise up. Every African youth should rise up. It is time for us to do what? To rise up. Against it.
Give a big shout out to all the Burkinabe people, to all the Burkina Faso citizens, and every single African that came out to protest on the 30th of April in support of Ibrahim Traore. That is how it should be done. I believe they made a big statement on that day, and every single countries, every single Western leaders heard the voice of the Burkina Faso people loud and clear. Even though they pretended, even though this protest was not published, it was not televised, it was not even talked about in any one of the main Western medias. Well, it is Africa, but guess what? We heard the voices, we got the message, they got the message. We saw what happened. Well organized, non-violent protest. That is how it should be done. Nigeria, take note. Ghana, take note. Sierra Leone, take note. That is how you should make your voice heard all around the world. Now, the funny thing is, I didn't see those fake paid actors that launched a fake protest in Paris. Was it on the 23rd or the 24th of April 2025? Those that were carrying placards all around in Paris calling for Traore to step down. We didn't see you. You didn't come out. It is funny, isn't it? That is how it is. The truth always overshadows lies. The truth will always come out in the end. Those paid actors claiming to be Burkina Faso citizens that came out protesting against Ibrahim Traore, a man that has done what no other leaders in the history of your country had ever done. He done it in a matter of years. And these fake paid actors are coming out to try to make a statement. Thank you all of you that came out to protest. Well done. You did a good job. You did it in a very non-violent and a very organized way. Well done.
If you're a leader
in Africa now, nobody is actually going to go after leaders who are actually serving the interests of their people. What Ibrahim Traore has exhibited has shown that leaders can be for their people. Today, when you go to Burkina, they still have bad roads. There are places that they don't have light, but they are happy because they know it's in progress. We need the leaders of our continent to start giving their people the kind of leadership that actually gave them the resilience to vote for them to come and lead them. It is not for them to come and make themselves happy, be there for their president just like our previous government did by putting his government, his people, his family on top of everything we're doing in this country. So we are sending this. It's an advice to any leader and an advice to the president of this country right now, Ibrahim John Dramani Mahama, that he serve the people and serve them right. Eyes are watching, ears are listening. It's an advice to everyone. When you sit somewhere and you're hungry and you see your neighbor has started eating out of the same field of which we could have all fed from, we start rising up. When the people of this country started going through hunger, they will rise up with the pain. And the people that will rise up, the people are ready to defend them. Don't allow this to happen, Mr. President. Let us lead the people and lead them for their interest and not for the interest of our political parties and for our own future and that of our children. So those people asking these questions, that don't you think this can also incite a lot of people to rise up? This is not going to incite anything when the leadership start thinking for the people. Exactly. We need leadership. And when you start leading like a leader and they want to come after you, it is not only going to be Ghana and RAF that will stand for President John Dramani Mahama. The youth will rise up and defend you. The youth of Africa will rise up and defend you. The youth of the Caribbean and the entire world, as far as you're a black man, will defend you. Just as we are defending Ibrahim Traore now. Ibrahim Traore is not in our country, but we stand with him strongly because he's actually paving the way for we to see that Africa can be led by Africans and it will be good. We have more of Ibrahim Traore within us, but the fear of the imperialists, the shackles of imperialism is what has kept us in the fear that we keep cowering in. And we are saying enough is enough. Just as much as some of our ancestors, even when they were sailing them out of the oceans, why are the online pay supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the forefront? When they were sailing them out of the oceans, out of the shores of our continent, they still resisted and spoke up. We are out of the shackles now and will continue to speak to liberate the minds of our fellow youths. It is us now. Africa can be led right. We can do it. We can enjoy the better lives that we go out there to be enslaved with. We can build it. I don't mind being enslaved in my own continent to build my continent for the next generation that will come after me.
Show me a leader in the continent of Africa that is currently being loved, cherished as much as Captain Ibrahim Traore is currently enjoying in Burkina Faso. It baffles my imagination when I see some unscrupulous elements on the social media space tweeting rubbish. I don't just understand where they are coming from. Before I even continue, watch this video. That was the captain being cheered. See, you see the ovation. There is no doubt that this man is loved. When I mean loved, genuinely loved. So this is why it beats my imagination to see America trying to perpetrate evil where they actually shouldn't be looking. You see a man that is this loved that you are going after him. What happens to the countries in Africa that are currently under torment in the hands of some docile leaders? Why are you not looking that direction? Should I start naming countries? Is my country not worthy of America's attention? To say, hey, why are you tormenting your people? No, America is not interested because our leaders are doing exactly their bidding. They want them to torment the people. At least if they will not torment Africans, why will Africans escape to foreign land to work as slaves? So I understand. And I'm sending a message to you haters of Ibrahim Traore. I know you, especially in the Nigerian space. We know those that are against this man. They are APC and Tinubu supporters. I don't have to hide it. We all know. You people find it difficult to understand that a leader can be loved this much. You don't believe that a leadership can be this good without criticism. Some animals even went as far as saying the young leader is paying people on Twitter to give positive publicity about him. Are you serious? Have you obviously been to Burkina Faso? I don't just talk, I've been there under his reign. I've been there. They worship him like God. And they are not worshiping him like out of fear, like he's harassing them. He's doing things that he has earned the love of the people. That is why I said to those protesting in France, you cannot be protesting in France. You come to Burkina Faso to protest. At least you said you are Burkina Faso citizens. Come to Burkina Faso and protest against Traore. Then the real citizens on ground will join you to protest against him or tell you to stop the madness. You understand? A man that is this loved with what we just saw in that video, and you are daring to say the man is being hyped on Twitter and I may have paid for it. I don't expect Tinubu supporters to appreciate good leadership. I don't expect that. But the whole world knows. See, before a leadership in Africa get the attention of America and the West, they don't know he's doing great. Because those people forbid anything good in Africa. Why they never attack Tinubu? Why they never attack the monarch when he did Cameroon? There are bad leaders in Africa, but they are not going after them. So if you see any African country president being attacked by the West, don't know he's doing well. Just like Ibrahim Traore. It's not left for us as Africans to protect him or let the West have their way. For how long are we going to keep letting them switch off our lights?
Ibrahim Traore. It has come to my knowledge that a lot of Nigerian youths and youths in Africa are very much interested in joining your military in Burkina Faso to join you in fighting this just cause against imperialists and oppressors of your country and Africa at large. Please, sir, open this vacancy for youths in the rest of the African countries to come and be able to join your military, because you are fighting a cause that a lot of Africans want to be fought. We know that we are being oppressed. We know that our economy is being suppressed and prevented from growing. So we are seeing what you are doing. We are seeing the effort you are making. And that is why youths, well-meaning youths across Africa, are interested in joining you to support you and fight this cause. Sir, please, even if you don't need this military, please open the vacancy so that a lot of Africans will come and join you. I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying. I've gone through most of the videos, and those videos on social media, they are talking about the good things you are doing in Burkina Faso. And in the comment section of those videos, more than 1,000 people are interested in joining your military. Please, sir, look into this area. Please, look into this area, because it will do a lot. Once you have a lot of military men on ground, surrounding every area, plus the technological device surveying from above, it will be very difficult for the enemy to be victorious.
Alarming Africa. Message to all Africans who join any of the Western's military. Withdraw right now. Come back home and defend your land. Remember, in World War II, Americans used Africa to fight World War II. And they know the strength of a black man. So don't let them use you to fight your fellow Africa. Don't let them give you paper called salary. That paper have no value than your resources. Come back home and defend your land. The resources that you have is more meaningful and important than that paper they paid you. They know that that paper have no value. That is why that paper they can sit down from morning till night and print it by themselves. If that paper was so that valuable, why can't they print it by themselves and leave Africa resources. They take away our resources and give us paper. They make use of that resources. They sell it back to us and still take back that paper they give to us. They double standard their income, which make we, the Africa, remain in poverty. All those things that you acquire in America, France, wherever you base in the Western world, it has no value, but it increases the income and the development of the Western world, while reducing Africans' income, economy. So you have to understand why we, the Africans living in Africa, are fighting. We are also fighting for you so that you will come back home. Let us have a better continent.
Langley, or whatever you call yourself, you better stay out of this. You being a general doesn't make you a wise person or a wise man. We are good citizens of Africa. We will stand on our feet, fight and defend Africa. We are not scared anymore. We can now read, write. We have access to internet. We can now operate ammunition and guns. So we are not scared anymore. Western countries has done a lot of damages to Africa countries. That's why we, the youth of Africa, we are now suffering to survive. But no, we are not going to do that anymore. We will stand and fight and defend Africa. Ibrahim Traore is doing good for his country. The citizens are not complaining. They don't ask you for help. They don't ask for your opinion. So who are you to decide for the citizens of Burkina Faso? We are not scared. If you want to bring it up, we are ready to fight. We will fight and win. Because a loss for Burkina Faso is a loss for all the African countries. Ibrahim Traore is doing good. We will stand by him, fighting.
Why are the online pay supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the forefront of those calling for the removal of the president of a sovereign country in Africa? Why are they at the forefront, pushing that the president of Burkina Faso should be removed? Why? Let me explain. You know, about some weeks ago, some black people were protesting in France against the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, saying all manner of things, how he did blah blah, he should be removed. Of course, we know that protest was sponsored by the French government. Since Burkina Faso leader Ibrahim Traore picked out the French government from Burkina Faso and took over their resources, the mining of their gold, took charge of it, trading it by themselves. The French government have been doing everything possible to come back, but they said no, because the relationship between Burkina Faso and the French government was a parasitic and exploitative one. The French government was exploiting Burkina Faso until Burkina Faso rose up and said no, this relationship can no longer continue, back and go. So the French government have been doing everything possible to come back, and it has not been possible. Of course, Niger, the same thing, and more are still to come. So what happened? Where did the Bola Ahmed Tinubu come into this picture? Now remember, after Bola Ahmed Tinubu rigged himself into power, the next thing was legitimacy. He was looking for legitimacy. He was desperate for legitimacy. But there's one guy, Gilbert Chagore, the Chagore brothers. They are the one that have the contract to construct Lagos-Calabar highway. They are friends with the French government. So, if you notice, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has traveled to France to about 5 times since he was elected. He rigged himself into power. To about 5 times. So, these guys have worked. The French government quickly accepted Bola Ahmed Tinubu election with the hope that he was going to help them consolidate their hold on African nations that we are exploiting. And of course, if you notice, most of these Western nations, exploitative Western nations, they usually support rigged leaders who have rigged themselves into power. Illegitimate leaders, they support them because these are the ones that they will hold ransom and use them to carry out their inordinate activities in Africa. So they embraced Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the Chagori brothers probably have mediated between the French government and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the French government have been trying to influence Burkina Faso, Niger, and other countries where they were bullied out using Bola Ahmed Tinubu, like the Nigerian president. First, it was Niger. Before Niger pulled out of ECOWAS, many countries started pulling out because the Nigerian government was trying to influence the region to the interests of the French government. So those who were protesting against the Burkina Faso president, they were sponsored by the French government. It is this sponsor that led to the supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu also at the forefront, right on the social media, pushing that the man should be removed. You ask the reason, they say he's not performing. If there's anybody to be removed from power, the number one person is the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who number one rigged himself into power. Number two, he's not performing. The only thing he's doing is corruption. So if it is by performance, Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be the one to be removed, not Ibrahim Traore. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the one that is about almost 90 years, not the 30-something years old young leader. So that is why you see supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the forefront. Paid supporters. If you listen when Peter Obi, the speech that Peter Obi made out there that provoked them, is because Peter Obi exposed this secret that they are paid, young Nigerians, youth, they pay 20,000, 30,000 to come and online and insult those seeking for a better Nigeria. These are the people that is pushing that Ibrahim Traore should be removed. Because the Chagori brothers, who are friends with the French government, are now with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, trying to tell him to do things, to preach, to please the French government. That is where we remember what David Hunde said. He said it's dangerous for the leader of a nation, make it become assets to a foreign nation. It's very dangerous because once you become assets, they say something where then they use achieve their aim. You don't lead yourself. They now blackmail you. You go come they dance to their tune. And he say now waiting Nigerian president be say he be assets. So any nation now we want me to do anything, you just tweet them. You know go complain because if you complain, they will tell and say you rigged yourself into power, so you will not complain. So when you hear people say Ibrahim Traore is not performing, don't listen to them. They have an agenda from the French government. If they are saying he's using Burkina Faso gold to enrich himself. So what of those that are stealing in America to enrich themselves, who have intervened in their country? Has Nigeria gone there? What of Bola Ahmed Tinubu cabinet? That everybody there is a thief, stealing money, corruption everywhere. Who has come to remove them? Don't fall for the agenda of the French government. French government should stay on their own. This relationship between French and government has ended. It's a parasitic, exploitative one, and it should end, and it has ended.
The citizens of Nigeria presently are wailing, suffering, crying, shouting, are in serious tears and heavy suffering. Yet, America and Europe did not intervene to come and do something to solve the problem that is in the country, to heal the land that is wailing. They did not intervene to arrest the evil politician, the criminal politician in Nigeria that are making Nigerians to suffer, that are making Nigerians to be crying and wailing. America and Europe did not see it. But the citizens of Burkina Faso are rejoicing and jubilating over what their leaders, President Ibrahim Traore, is doing. The citizens are rejoicing. They are rejoicing and dancing. Yet, America and Europe want to arrest the president that is doing well for their people. They want to arrest or assassinate the president that is doing well for their people. But back in Nigeria, where the citizens are crying and wailing and shouting, where everybody is suffering, America and Europe do not deem it fit to come and find a way, a solution to solve the problem, that to intervene in a country that is wailing. But a country that is rejoicing, that their citizens are happy, their citizens are rejoicing and shouting in joy, you want to intervene to destroy their joy. You want to destroy the person that is giving them the joy. You want to remove the person that is giving them the joy. You want to arrest the person that is giving them the happiness. Hey, it no go better for the American and the Europe. e no go better for now. E no go ever better for now. I swear, e no go ever better for now. The evil that is going to torment you people is just warming up. All the demons in the world, the devils in the world, will afflict you people. The devils in the world will rise up against America and Europe. E no go better for now at all. E no go better for now. As una don't swear for una mind say una no go give, una no want peace, una no want happiness for Africa. Where there is happiness in Africa, una want to come and spoil it. But that place where there is sorrow, that is where what una like, that is what una want, that is what una want. Una want to see Africa shed tears. Una want to see Africa bleed to death. That is what give you people joy. You no go better for America, you no go better for Europe. You no go better for na generation, you no go better for na. I swear, the demons and the devils all over the world will rise up against you guys. Because you guys are so wicked. You guys are too wicked. You guys should better leave Burkina Faso alone. You better leave Burkina Faso alone. And I'm calling on the rest of Africa to emulate Burkina Faso and do what Burkina Faso is doing. Because we need liberation. Africa needs liberation, emancipation from this Western and American hegemony. We need freedom. They are part and parcel why we are suffering in Africa, especially in Nigeria today. They are the one encouraging our corrupt leaders and covering them up. They are the one that is destabilizing the economy of Nigeria and as well of all other African nations. All because they want to continue oppressing and controlling the entire world. You see this America, you see this Europe. Do not worry. Just a small nation is going to rise up soon and overthrow you as the world power. A very tiny nation, a small nation is going to rise. You don't know what the powers of the universe is all about. The creator, the Chukwokike, you don't know the power of Chukwokike. You people have been toiling with the lives of humanity for so many years, for donkey years. But do not worry. Your day of doom is already numbered. Your days of doom is already numbered. You America and Europe that has been oppressing.
Take a look at this. These are Africans in diaspora protesting after General Landry and some political figures in America calling for an arms intervention in Burkina Faso. Why is the West so obsessed with Burkina Faso? Why are they so obsessed with Africa? What the hell do these guys really want from us? Well, we know they want oil from us, they want rare earth mineral, but in particular, they want the gold. America have the largest gold reserves in the world, over 8 million tons of gold reserve, and they want more. Let's not forget when they intervened in Libya, they took out the gold from the banks. Let's not forget that when they intervened in Iraq, they took out the gold from the bank. When they intervened in Afghanistan, anytime they go to any of these countries and bomb it, they take out the gold. And this is why Africans in Africa and Africans in diaspora are protesting to stand with the most competent leader in Africa as we speak, in Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is the best leader in Africa. This is the problem, right? They are not, America is not talking about intervening in Cameroon or in Rwanda or in any of all these other countries that are ruled by so-called dictators. The US is not going to intervene in Saudi Arabia, but they want to intervene in Burkina Faso. Why? Because of their interest. And they are talking about democracy. This is what these guys are talking about, that democracy, human rights. No. This is a struggle between the East and the West over the control of Africa. Well, America is doing it the wrong way. This is why we are kicking both America and the French out of Africa. And these Africans in diaspora, I'm really proud of you.
Guys, I like the kind of support that Ibrahim Traore is getting, the whole of Burkina Faso is getting. I like the fact that all the Africans are joining their hands together to fight this imperialism because it is getting too much. How can you say that you are an independent country? You are independent, yet the people that you have done independence from how many years are still trying to interfere in what is going on in your state. How is that possible? How is that fair? This is to tell you that the Europeans, they do not have your interest at heart as the as an African. All they want is anything that will benefit them. The one that will benefit you, they do not care. That is why they are fighting this country. They are fighting this man that is trying to make a change in the whole of Africa, because they know that once this man can be able to break through, to break free from them, other African countries will try to emulate it, and from there they will no longer have any hold against any Africans again. And they know that it will be very devastating for them, because if this is where they get their human resourcing, this is where they get their mineral sourcing, this is where they get anything at all they use to make their country great. They will not want Africans to be great, because they know that it will affect them in human and material likewise anywhere. This is why they are fighting this man. They do not want this to happen. And I am very, I don't even know why African presidents, all other African, especially Tinubu, I don't know why he is calling for support. He has been saying all these things that is going on. I don't know why he's not calling for the support of this Ibrahim Traore. Of course, we all know why. This is why I keep telling all these Nigerians that are reporting every bandit attack, they will be calling the US, they will be calling Trump, all these people to come and help them. Do you think they want to help you? Do you think that all these things that is going on social media that they do not see it? Of course they see it, but because they know exactly what is happening. Look at what happened last month in the US media. A US parliament came out to tell Nigerian government that the Boko Haram is being sponsored by some people in the US. Did they do anything? They did not do anything. They told them that all the fundings that Boko Haram has been getting to be carrying out their operatives in Nigeria is coming from US aid. Did they do anything about it? They do not. So what does that tell you? They know they are working hand in hand. And because they are not affected personally, because their families are not here and they can always make their families to travel abroad, it is the common masses, the poor masses, that are suffering all the insecurities that is going on in the countries. The foreigners, they are not here to help you. All these European, US, America, UK, they are not here to help you. It is right time that Africans stand up for their right. We have done independence. We have been independent for how long now? It is time to stand on our right and stand our ground, because they know that once Africans develop, all these Africans develop, nobody again will be planning, nobody will be seeing traveling outside the country as a luxury. You need to see how people are celebrating for leaving their country to go and work menial jobs in America. You go and be working shift work that will be paying you small dollars, but they will be rejoicing. They will be feeling that like they made it in life, forgetting that if their own country have the sources to develop like what they are developing like America, they will benefit more from it. These people are fooling us, but we do not know. Now, this Ibrahim Traore issue has opened our eyes to see that this is actually what they are doing. Because tell me why all this bombing, attack, banditry that has been going on in Nigeria, why did they not interfere? Why did they not try to overthrow Tinubu or make Tinubu to come down from office? Why is it that the first place that they would show their power is Burkina Faso, and a man that is almost all the Africans love? This is to show you that nobody is coming to save you as an African. It has been existing right from they are not even happy about the slave this thing that has ended. They still want to do it indirectly. So I like this latest development. Guys, thank you so much. If you are still here on live watching me, please do well to like this video, okay? Also share it so that people will know what is actually going on in Africa right now. Because I pray that if Ibrahim Traore can overcome this will be a very major breakthrough for every other African countries. Look at Ghana's are now following through. Nigerians are also lending their voices. So many people are lending their voices. Cameroon, all of them. Yes, this is what we want. I feel that revolution is finally coming to Africa, and it will start with Burkina Faso president, which is Ibrahim Traore. He will not succumb to their pressure that they are giving him. He will stand his ground and he will make the whole of Africa proud. From there, Africa will get liberation. Guys, thank you so much for joining me, okay? I will be going live again I'll be going live again by 3 p.m. Please do well to join me. Thank you so much. Bye.